Hare. Jaya Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Soda Yamuna Tira Vanachari Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramhansa Parikacharya Shashtottara Sati Divine Grace Abhay Charna Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON BBTBI Founder Acharya Savior of the whole world, the most merciful A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramhansa Parikacharya Shashtottara Sati Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Tidandi Goswami Maharaj की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर जी की जय कृष्ण बलराम की जय श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा की जय श्री श्री गौरनिताई की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswate Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktira Bhavate Naishtake Bhaktira Bhavate Naishtake Bhaktira Bhavate Naishtake. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, Canto 10, Chapter 39, entitled Akrar's Vision. Today we will go through text 7 till 12. In particular, we will recite text 12, text numbers 7, 8 and 9, 10 and 11 doesn't have purport, so we will recite, translate and go ahead. Distya adya darshanam svanam Mahyam va somya kangshitam Sanjatam varnayatam tata Tava agamana karanam Shri Sukavacha Prishto Bhagavata Sarvam Varnayam Asha Madhava Vairānubandham yadusho Vasudeva vadoyama Yad sandesho yadartam va Dutaha samprishita swayam Yaduktam naradena asya Svajanama anakadundube Shrutva akruravacha Krishna Balascha paravira viraha prahasyanandam pitaram Rajnaya distam vijajnatu Gopan samadhi satso api Grihyatam sarvago rasa Upayanani grihniyadvam Yujyantam sakatani cha So, I'll just read the translation from text 7 till 11. By good fortune, this is Krishna speaking. By good fortune, we have today fulfilled our desire to see you. That is Krishna Balram speaking to Uncle Akrur. Our dear relative, O gentle uncle, please tell us, why you have come. Sri Sukha commentary, it's live. Sukdev Goswami Maharaj is going deep into the pastimes, and it is as if he's standing and, live commentary we say. So he thinks, Sukdev Goswami said, in response to the Lord's request, Akrura, the descendant of Madhu, described the whole situation, including King Kansa's enmity towards Yadus and his attempt to murder Vasudeva. So imagine, a 11-year-old boy is being told that your father is going to be killed, you will be killed. So, but he is not an ordinary boy. Akrura relayed the message that he had been sent to deliver. That is whatever Kans wanted to tell him. He also described Kans' real intention. Message was something, but intention was something. Okay. And how Narada had informed Kans that Krishna had been born as the son of Vasudeva. Lord Krishna and Balram, the vanquisher of heroic opponents, laughed. Ha! So they were laughing. When they heard Akrura's words, the Lord then informed their father, Nanda Maharaj, of King Kansa's words. So they laughed and said, okay, let's have fun. So went to Nanda Maharaj. We are going to Mathura. Then Nanda Maharaj then issued orders to the covered men by having the village constable make the following announcement throughout Nanda's domain of Vraj. So what is the announcement? That is in text 12. So we'll read text 12 once and then we'll proceed. Yashyamaha svamadupuri. It's written in the screen, it's not working. It's Krishna's arrangement. Radharani has got some plans. Radharani does not want Krishna to go. Yashyama svamadupuri dasyamo nirpaterasana Drakshama sumat parva yanti jana padakila evam agosaya shatra nanda gopah swagokule. Word to word meaning. Anyone want to recite? One from Vaishnava, one Vaishnavi. It's not working. Okay. Yashama swamadupurim dasyamo narpate rasam dakshama sumat parva Yanti Janapada Kila Evam Agoshayat Shatra Nanda Gopasagop Yashamasa Madhupurim Dasyamo Narpate Rasa Dakshama Sumat Parva Padakila Evam Agosaya Shatra Nanda Gopas Gokule. Mothers, Vaishnavis, Yashamasa Madhupurim Shatra. Word to word meaning Yashyamaha, we shall go. Swa, tomorrow. Madhupurim, to Mathura. Dasyamaha, we shall give. Nirpate, to the king. Rasam, our milk product. Drakshama, we shall see. Sumahat, a great. Parva, festival. Yanti, are going. Jana, Janapada, the resident of all outlying districts. Kila, indeed. Evam, thus. Agoshayan, he had announced. Shatra, by the village constable. Nanda Gopaha, Nanda Maharaj. Swa Gokule, to the people of Gokul. Translation and purport by dear disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Prabhupada's dear disciples ki. Shrutakriti Prabhu ki. Translation. Nand Maharaj then issued orders to the covered man by having the village constable making the following announcement throughout Nanda's domain of Raj. Go collect all the available milk products, bring valuable gifts, and yoke your wagons. Tomorrow we shall go to Mathura, present our milk products to King, and see a great festival. The residents of all the outlying districts are also going. This was the announcement. Purport. Nanda wanted to bring ghee and other products as taxes for the king. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Abhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Ashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bhutir Mahadbir Yaima Puru Vibhu Nirmaya Seti Adamashu Purusha Bhunkte Gunana Sodasa Atmaka Solang Krisista Bhagavan Vachamsi me Solang Krisista Bhagavan Vachamsi me Solang Krisista Bhagavan Vachamsi me Akila Jagat Guru Vachan se Amar अलंकृत करी बार क्षमता तुमार तब कृपा होय मोरा कथा शुद्ध होय सुनी आसा बार शोक दुख जय गुचिबे मुकेर भाग्य मन सेर उल्लास दोषमी मो अदम करो निज दास मूकम करोति वाचालम पंगुम लंगायते गिरिम यत्कृपा तमहं वंदे श्री गुरुं दीनतारिणे हरे कृष्णा International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, Vrindavan welcomes all the devotees, guests, friends, and viewers and listeners and other listeners who are listening from online and future, those listeners who are going to hear the recording. We welcome you all with folded hands. Please accept the blessings of Sri Radha Shyam Sundar and the mercy of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It's said that when the people of the world select us in the parliament, we get a place. And when Krishna Balram selects us in Srimad Bhagavatam class, we get a place. Today, we are very, very fortunate to get a place in Srimad Bhagavatam class because the lordships have selected us. It's not by chance, it's not by our effort, it's not by our karma, it's not by our any endeavor that we are here today. It's simply because of the causeless mercy of their lordships. So, we, by their causeless mercy, are getting shelter under their roof and service under their lotus feet. Of all the services in this human body, the best service is to hear about the wonderful pastimes of the lordships. So, we are very fortunate, and for that good fortune, about showering the good causeless fortune, I offer my prostrated humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of their lordship, Sri Sri Radha Shyam Sundar, Lalita Vishakha, Krishna Balram, Gaurnita, and their eternal saviors, servitors. There are thousands of prostrated obeisances unto their lotus feet. Thereafter, I would like to offer my thousands and thousands of prostrated obeisances unto the lotus feet of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ji, the founder Acharya of our International Society for Krishna Consciousness. With that, I would like to offer my prostrated humble obeisances unto all the wonderful devotees in Vrindavan, the Brajvasis assembled here. And especially I would like to take blessings from Prabhupada disciples and other elevated Vaishnavas assembled here. His Grace Shrutakirti Prabhu, your blessings and my obeisances unto all the wonderful Vaishnavas here and Vaishnavis here. And I beg that you all show mercy so that I can serve and please all of you, Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada. With this, we will proceed towards today's class. Srimad Bhagavatam is life of all the Vaishnavas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the crest, the most precious jewel of all the Vaishnavas. Srimad Bhagavatam is a Paramahansa Samhita, and Paramahansa Chakra Chudamani Srila Sukdev Goswami Maharaj Shri, he who has been contemplating in the pastimes of Krishna is wandering and coming towards river Ganges to Haridwar to Sukatal, and he meets Parikshit Maharaj, who is ready to give his life fasting for 3 days, 4 days, and now he is telling about the wonderful pastime which took place here in Vrindavan, where when Krishna is now just 11 years old, few months and few days, and the news comes from Akrur. Akrur, when he comes, Krishna is very happy, says, "My dear uncle, welcome." And what's the news? What's the reason? So Krishna is smiling, Balram is smiling, and they're happy to see Akrura. Akrura is very happy to see Krishna after many, many years, because Akrura was suffering in Mathura. He was suffering from the pain of, separation, that I am not able to see my dear Krishna. And today he is happy to see Krishna. It is said in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu that Akrura once was serving Krishna in Dwarika, and he was waving the chamar. Chamar is what you call the tail of the which animal? Yak, tail of the yak. So he was, while doing that wonderful service, while doing that chamar, Hare Krishna, His Holiness Radha Raman Swami Maharaj ki jai. धन्यवाद आपका आशीर्वाद. और महाराज जी आप तो धन्यवाद महाराज. So feeling very blessed at the same time, very humble to be. So, आप सबका कृपा की आवश्यकता है. So Akrura was fanning, and he was so much in ecstasy seeing the divine form of Krishna that he was in ecstasy. He was so much in ecstasy that his the hairs in his body started standing, and he was started trembling, and he was not able to do the service properly. Akrura then said, to damn he was in the state of bhava, and he said, to hell with this bhava state. If it is interfering in my service, I will not take this bhava. And he said no to this, and he started again, waving the chamar. So the principle is, sometimes we go into ecstasy while serving, but if that happens, we should check our ecstasy and be ready to serve. Especially when we are in Srimad Bhagavatam class, we go into ecstasy, and sometimes we go into meditation, we go into yoga nidra, sometimes we go into total ecstasy. So we should check, and we should focus on our service of hearing. Saying Radha Raman Swami Maharaj, I remember His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj once was giving a nice Srimad Bhagavatam class. He found one of the devotee was having his eyes closed. So Maharaj made an announcement. He said that anyone who is sleeping in the class will have to pay a fine of 10 rupees. So the neighbor, he put elbow kicked, and he said, hey, you have been noticed. Then the devotee, to save himself, he said, no Maharaj, no, I was not sleeping, I was meditating. Then Maharaj said in Hindi, जो कथा में सोता है उसको 10 रुपया दंड, और जो कथा में ध्यान लगाता है उसको 1000 रुपया दंड. So one who is sleeping in the class will pay the fine of 10 rupees, and one who is meditating in the class, he will pay the fine of 1000 rupees. We should not go into ecstasy and meditate. We should do the service. That is more important. So Akrura is teaching us, and it is in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that yes, we do go into ecstasy while doing service, but Shravan Seva should go on. We should not go into deep meditation. Samadhi. So Samadhi later, Seva first. So we should be. So Akrura is here with is coming, and Krishna is very happy to see his dear uncle. Akrura was also in very much pain, because Akrura for 11 years he knew Krishna is here, but he is not able to see Krishna. But from Akrura we can learn one thing, like sometimes we are in a very, very unfavorable situation, but in this unfavorable situation he was serving Kansa with his body, but his mind was always with Krishna. So we should learn the art of how to always give the mind to Krishna. The body may be in an unfavorable situation, but we should always have our mind to Krishna. Like we see from our present acharyas, we see His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. His body is in an unfavorable condition, but his mind is in Krishna. We see His Holiness Radha Govind Swami Maharaj. His body is in a very unfavorable situation, but his mind is in Krishna. So we learn this from Akrura. Akrura is an acharya, and he's teaching us body may be in an unfavorable situation, but our mind should be with Krishna. So coming to Vrindavan, Krishna is asking, what is the news? So Sri Sukha Vacha, Sukdev Goswami Maharaj is saying, Sri Sukha Vacha. Sri means beautiful, Sri means Sundar. So the question is, who is beautiful? So who is beautiful? Once the king of London asked Europe, he asked a letter to, this is around 700 years, no telegram and no WhatsApp and no email. So there was letter came. He said, who is the most beautiful person in your country? Bharat. So King Akbar said, who is the most beautiful person? He called Tansin. Tansin came and he said, the most beautiful person, he immediately said, the most beautiful person in our country is Braj Sundar, Neel Sundar, Ghan Sundar, Sham Sundar, Sri Krishna. So he wrote this letter, Braj Sundar, Neel Sundar, Param Sundar, Ghan Sundar, Sham Sundar, Sri Krishna is the most beautiful person. And the effect was so much that after writing this, Akbar was contemplating, the most beautiful person is Sham Sundar, and where is Sham Sundar? This inquiry, because Tansin definitely is a Navratna of Akbar's office, but at the same time, he is also as a disciple of Haridas Goswami. So he gave this answer that Krishna is the most beautiful person. So Akbar, after 6 months, said, I want to see that most beautiful person. And as soon as he said, okay, sir, he took Akbar from Agra and went to a place called Chittor, where at that time Meera Bai was serving Girdhar Gopal. And when Akbar was so fortunate, when he saw Girdhar Gopal, he was so amazed and he was so pleased and he was so fascinated that he gave the most costliest garland of, gems, necklace, and he offered it, said that, can this be given to Girdhar Gopal? And she was so fortunate. Mirabai took it, put Achman on it, purified, and offered it to Krishna. So that the point is, who is most beautiful? The most beautiful is Krishna. And whoever is serving Krishna is also beautiful. Sukdev Goswami Maharaj is serving Krishna by doing kirtan. So he is also beautiful. And we are serving Krishna by hearing the pastimes of Krishna. So we are also beautiful. So Sri Sukha Vacha, beautiful Sukdev Maharaj said that what's happening. And he said that, so we go further. Akrura relayed the message that had been sent to deliver. So the message is one thing. Message is there is going to be a big wrestling match. That is the message. But the intention is different. He also described Kansa's real intention, how Narada had informed Kansa that Krishna had been born as son of Vasudeva. So this pastime you all know, usually during Janmashtami we tell Narada comes with the lotus with 8, petals. So this way, Kansa's message. So the point is, Kansa is saying something, but he has got a different intention. As soon as this happens, this is not the sign of a person who is elevated. A person who is elevated is a Vaishnava. He speaks what he thinks and he does what he speaks. जो करता है वही बोलता है और जो बोलता है वही करता है. जो सोचता है वही करता है और जो करता है वही बोलता है. So his mind, his speech, mind and body is in tune. But we see in Kansa's case, he's telling something and is thinking something. This is a sign of a person who is very complicated. For them, bhakti is very complicated. Bhakti is simple for the simple and complicated for complicated. So we want to advance in Krishna consciousness. As Vaishnavas, we have a simple living, high thinking. Whatever we think, we speak, and we do what we speak. Mind, word, and action should be in tune. Then there will be power. Then there will be, purity. If we tell something and think something and do something, total impurity, no spiritual advancement. So we should be very careful. Kansa is of that category. He has got nothing to do. He is from that Namam Duskritano Muda. He is in that, Vimuda. He's got nothing to do with spiritual advancement. For us, spiritual advancement is everything. So we should be careful about what we think, and we should be very careful about what we speak. So, Vachavegam. So, here Kansa has got some other intention. The intention is to kill Krishna. Then, Sukdev Goswami Maharaj goes further and says, Lord Krishna and Lord Balram, the vanquisher of heroic opponents, laughed. Ha! Prahasya! They laughed when they heard Akrura's word. And the Lord then informed their father, Nand Maharaj, of Kansa's orders that they have to go for a wrestling match. Then Kansa, in today's Nand Maharaj in today's sloka is saying, Nand Maharaj then issued an order to the covered men by having the village constable make the following announcement throughout Nanda's domain of Vraja. Go collect the available milk product, bring the valuable gift and yoke on your wagons. Tomorrow we shall go to Mathura, present our milk products to the king and see a very beautiful, great festival. The residents of all outlying districts are also going. So everybody is ready to go to Mathura. Everybody along with Krishna, but the gopis are there to stop. This will be upcoming. So here we see how the pastime of Krishna, the manifest pastime of Krishna is now coming in Braj, is going to come to an stop. And the Mathura pastimes will begin. And from there, the Dwarka pastimes begin. Paritranaya sadhunam. He gave pleasures to all the Brajvasis for 11 years. Now, vinashayascha dushkritam. Now he is going to finish all the miscreants. There, why Krishna is finishing his manifest pastimes here? The reason is he could see that if Krishna is there, more and more demons will come and trouble to kill Krishna, they will come. And in that action, the Brajvasis are getting into anxiety. And Krishna does not want the Brajvasis to get into anxiety. And that's why Krishna tells, okay, I will go. So that's the manifest pastimes is coming to an Braj. There are two kinds of pastimes which goes on in Brihad Bhagavad Amrita. So, we find that Sanatana Goswami says that there is two pastimes going on simultaneously. One is the manifest pastimes, one the unmanifest pastimes. Ado api sai lila kare gor rai kono kono bhagyavana deki bar paim. There are two pastimes. One pastimes is the manifest pastimes which Krishna did. The unmanifest pastime is continuously going. Kono kono bhagyavan. Some fortunate soul can see that pastimes of Krishna even now. So, the pastime which Sukdev Goswami Maharaj is selecting for Parikshit Maharaj is the pastime where Krishna is going to leave all the gopis and going to Mathura, and from Mathura he will go to Dwarika. And in these pastimes, all the gopis in the separation, all the Brajvasis in separations will be crying. In this separation, their contemplation of Krishna will become more intense. And that is what is Krishna wants. More we should contemplate, and intensely we should contemplate about Krishna. When the devotees are thinking about Krishna, Krishna is also thinking about the devotees. That's why in Dwarika, even after getting married to 16,108 wives, he was always crying, Radhe, Lalite, Vishake. So once Rukmani Devi came and told Satyabhama that, Krishna in the night cries, Radhe, Radhe. So Satyabhama said, you are a liar. Even in the daytime he cries, Radhe, Radhe. So what is the secret? Why Krishna is doing this? And that can be connected to today's festival, Parva. Here there is Parva. Parva, the word Parva comes in this sloka. Parva means festival. So the festival, today's festival is Snan Purnima. Snan Yatra is also called as Jeshta Purnima or Jagannath Prakatya Divas. So when all the queens then gathered, what is it the gopis are having that we don't have? So that is the Madhurya Bhav which the gopis have, which the Aishwarya Yukta Dwarkavasis did not have. So they gathered one person, that was Mother Rohini. And when Mother Rohini was there, all the queens came together, said, what is the secret? Tell us. Mother Rohini said, in one condition, Krishna and Balram should not come and hear the pastimes. Said, okay, we will make a big pandal. And it was a very big pandal program in which 16,108 queens were gathered. And Rohini Mata was speaking the katha and she ordered Subhadra, make sure Krishna Balram will not come. And Krishna Balram at that time had gone to Sudharma, that they went to their office in Dwarika and they were attending their functions. But for some reason, they came back early, found there is no queens. Then they found that everybody is gathered and little sister Subhadra is standing in the gate. Krishna Balram landed there. Zoom. What is happening? He said, no, you cannot come. Why? Why we cannot come? Then there was the Krishna Katha going on. The Katha was so sweet. So sweet. The Braj pastimes is so sweet. So Krishna's eyes became very big. And he wanted to listen, but Subhadra Devi was not allowing her to go inside. So their ears became very small, like a thin point. So the ears went, the eyes became, when we hear our childhood pastimes, we become amazed. Like, बचपन में ऐसा करता था, in childhood आप ऐसे करते थे. So but Krishna, if he hears his pastime, and that too by a very elevated soul, eternally elevated soul, Rohini Mata, if she is speaking, what will be the effect? Subhadra was so amazed hearing about Krishna Balram that her eyes became so big, ears became, her hands came down. So this is what happened to Krishna. His eyes became very big, his ears became very like a dot, and his hands came inside and his legs were like he was now in Mahabhav. And that's the time Narad Muni lands. Narad Muni lands and he said, wow, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Then, this is the form I want to see. This is the form I want to see. This is the form I want to see. But Krishna comes into his, from his Jagannath Mahabhav, and he says, after few years, this will happen. As long as the Dwapar is there, you will see me in this form, not in this form. And to fulfill the orders of Narad Muni on this day, and to fulfill the desire of a great king named Indradumna, the Lord comes as 3 logs, and he takes this form of Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra on this particular day. This particular form of the Lord also indicates that the universe is going to, has finished its half time. Lord Brahma has finished his 50 years and his second 50 years is starting. And in the second 50 years, today is the first day of Brahma, and 6 hours has already passed. More than 6 hours has passed. And now Brahma is becoming old. His hairs have become white. And before Jagannath, same Krishna was as known as Neel, Madhav, and Lakshmi was together. But as soon as Brahma becomes 50 years old, Neel Madhav turns into Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. Neel Madhav was giving darshan to only Devtas and some local Sabaras. And Sabaras were like real, Sabar Jati. They were like tribes. But they had love for Neel Madhav. But no common people can see Neel Madhav. But as Jagannath, everybody can see Lord Krishna and get the mercy. To fulfill Narada's words, to fulfill the desire of King Indradumna, and to fulfill the order of Mother Parvati, Krishna comes as Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra on this particular day. Today is also called as the birthday of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Prakatya Divas ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra is the most merciful form of Krishna. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself and comes and performs half of his pastimes in Jagannath Puri. For 18 years, he took part in Jagannath Rath Yatra. And for 18 years, from today till Rath Yatra day, he cannot bear the separation, and it is called Anavasar. Avasar means moka, time, no time. Krishna has got no time to give darshan. Jagannath darshan is closed from today till Rath Yatra. So for 18 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes from Jagannath Puri to a place called Alvarnath. And today, and he is so much in ecstasy, in separation, that today also we can see the rock where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu paid obeisance to Alvarnath, and the fingerprints and the footprints of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, today we can see. The stone got melted. That was the intensity of pain of separation. That is what is the success of life. Our success of life is to increase our intensity to love Krishna, think about Krishna. That is the goal in this human body. Nothing else, nothing else, nothing else. Today, we are thinking about many things. That is very unfortunate. But our good fortune will come if we think and think and think only about Krishna. This human body is meant to only to think about Krishna. This human body is a thinking machine, thinking about Krishna. And that Srimati Radharani did. And we are in a training, and many of you all Brajvasis, you all already thinking about Krishna. But as an unfortunate soul myself, I want the mercy. I want the mercy so that I will intensely think about Krishna. That's what the mercy I will get, I know, from Srila Prabhupada. That's why to get the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we should work hard. One way to get the mercy of Srila Prabhupada is to distribute Srila Prabhupada books. One way to get mercy of Srila Prabhupada is to read Prabhupada books. This is the way I try to get mercy of Srila Prabhupada, so that I can become a thinking machine, thinking about Krishna. We should think about Krishna. That is the goal in this human body. And as intense we think about Krishna, that will be our success. That's what Akrura did. That's what the Gopis did. And that's what Indradumna Maharaj did. And that's what we have to do in this human body. To get this mercy, we should work hard. Mercy is that fuel which will take us from one place to another. Like we got Mercedes, or we got Ford car. The car is beautiful, the tire is beautiful, the mirror is beautiful, the steering is beautiful, everything is good. We know the direction, everything is there, but there is no petrol or no diesel or no gas. What will you do? Whatever motivation you give, yours is the best Mercedes. Yes, 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 you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Arey Baba, there is no fuel, Baba. This is the direction. This is the direction. We know the direction. We know we got all the motivational products, but there is no kripa. The fuel is not there. Petrol is not there. The Mercedes will not go a single inch. But if we have petrol and the motivation and direction is already there, we will go immediately. So we require the kripa, the mercy, the fuel of mercy. If we don't have that kripa, we are stuck. We don't want to be stuck anywhere. We want to go ahead in life. We have come so far not to be stuck here, not to be mess up our life. We want to go ahead and make it. So we require all the mercy. To get this mercy, we should work hard to please Prabhupada. At least read the book, Srila Prabhupada books. At least read one page, not to become a scholar, just to get the mercy. We distribute one book, not to become a famous book distributor. Get the mercy so that we will go ahead in life. Otherwise, how much of our motivational speech we will hear? Yes, you can do it. Yours is the best. Yours is the best. Your mirror is best. The car is best. The steering is, everything is best. But there is no petrol, Baba. Kripa chahiye. We require the mercy so that we can go from here to the spiritual world. We don't want to be stuck here. We don't want to mess up our life here. We will work hard so that from Shraddha we will go to Prem. And today is the day we can do it. Hare Krishna. So, any comments, questions we can? Shrutagriti Prabhu is a Brajvasi and Prabhupada disciple.
Hare Krishna. And to read those books and understand, Prabhupada prescribed milk products. In the translation in the purport, of course, we hear a lot about offering the milk products, and in the purport, ghee. So I was remembering when I first went into a temple in 1971, I smelled two things, incense and ghee being made in the kitchen. In the temples in those days, there was no money, yes, but everything was cooked in ghee by Prabhupada's prescription. Now in our temples, so much money, so little ghee. For the opening of this temple, Prabhupada had the GBC of Australia ship containers of ghee so that all of the devotees would have prasadam that was cooked in ghee. That's how they paid their BBT, going back to the books, the very books that were being sold. Madhvisa Prabhu, he sent ghee, he paid his BBT bill in ghee to come to India so that all of the devotees would have ghee. So I just want to put in a request, more ghee.
Haribo, more ghee, more mercy.
More mercy, more brain.
More mercy, more back home, back to God.
Yes.
Haribo. Thank you very much. Radharaman Swami Maharaj. So thank you for your auspicious and presence, Maharaj. So I was inspired to do little service. Maharaj, some comments.
I came little late, otherwise I would have sitting here in front of you. Sorry, because you started class and I came late for. So I beg forgiveness for that.
Maharaj, you are very kind. So you can throw more light on this.
Gopan Samadhi Sat Sopi, Nand Maharaj ordered or advised all the Gopas, please collect Sarva Gorasam, all milk as well milk products, Grihatam, Upayanani, in order to present gifts for our dear King Kansa Maharaj. And then get ready of bulls, they should be Sakatani cha yujayatam. And all the healthy bulls should be engaged, yoked in the cart, and let us go to Mathura. So, of course, as you have mentioned, this pastime here, up to this point, Krishna was displaying his sweet pastime, confidential pastime here in 12 forests of Vrindavan. But today onwards, and it was not very much pleasing for Brajavasi, especially Gopis and their friend. Thank you, Maharaj, very much. You have elaborately explained everything, including the first time of Jagannath. Haribol, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for inspiring me. His one is Radharan Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, you're mentioning Krishna also fulfilled the desire of Parvati. So which is this pastime? You're just mentioning he fulfilled the desire of Indradumna Maharaj, fulfilled the desire of Narad Muni, and also Parvati. So which is this pastime, Maharaj? Can you please?
This is mentioned in Lochan Das Thakur's Chaitanya Mangal that once Narad Muni ate the Mahaprasad of Narayan, and he was dancing and he came to Kailash. Lord Shiva said, what happened? Why are you dancing so much? He said, I got Mahaprasad. You're my friend, brother. You will have given me, you might have, well, during those days, like, Satyuga, Treta, till Dwapar, Mahaprasad was not available for anybody. Only Lakshmi can get it. So Narad somehow got it, and Shiva said, you rascal brother, you did not. Then he said, I forgot to wash my hands. So he put something was there in his nails, Narad's nail, that Lord Shiva took and ate. And he started dancing. Parvati got afraid. It's not time of pralay. It's not the end of the world. Why is he dancing like that? Then he found that he's dancing in ecstasy. But why? I got Mahaprasad. You are my husband. You might have kept half for me. Oh, I forgot. You rascal, what kind of a husband you are? She said, I am going to leave you. And she came to in Navadip Dham, Simanta Dvip, and she did a lot of meditation. And that is the place where the whole, she was doing such a meditation that the whole Brahmanda became hot. The heat of her body was putting the whole universe into very unfavorable situation. Then everybody told Narayan, you go down, do something. When he gave darshan, he said that you take some benedictions. She was in so much anger that she said that you are Mahaprasad. You are Mahaprasad. I order, she was in so much anger that because she did not get Mahaprasad, I order that this Mahaprasad, even a dog will get it. Then Lord Narayan said, okay, tata astu. But he said, this will happen in Kali Yuga, when I come as Lord Jagannath. And for your information, he said to Parvati, my first Mahaprasad will go to Vimla Devi, that is Parvati. So today also Lord Jagannath's first prasad goes to Parvati Devi, and from Parvati Devi it goes to everybody in this universe. Even an ant, sometimes a dog will also eat. Sometimes it happens so much that the Mahaprasad in Anand Bazaar gets over, and Brahmaji comes here and he finds that there is no Mahaprasad. And there is a pastime where he sees that 3 or 4 dogs are eating Mahaprasad. Then Lord Brahma runs there and the dogs leave that and he eats that Mahaprasad. So this pastime is connected to today's Jagannath appearance. All right, thank you very much for your kind attention and encouraging me. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantha Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran ki jai, Gaur Hari Premanande.